Every day you work for money, you spend it, save it, and try to make more of it. But have you ever stopped to ask, who actually controls it? Who decides how much money exists? Who benefits when new money is created? And who loses when it disappears? Because here's the truth most people will never hear: the people who control money don't need to print it. They can create it with a click, and once you see who's behind that system, you'll realize that every crisis, every boom, every rescue has never been random. It's been engineered. For centuries, we've been told that money represents value, that it's backed by gold, by governments, or by the strength of the economy. But the deeper you dig, the more you discover a hidden truth. Money is just a tool, and the power lies with the few who control its creation and flow. In this video, we're uncovering the real structure behind the global financial system, the central banks, private institutions, and networks that quietly influence every dollar, euro, and pound in circulation. Because once you understand who truly controls the money, you'll understand why the world works the way it does. Every morning, you wake up and chase money. You go to work, check your balance, pay bills, maybe save what's left. You tell yourself, if I just make a little more, things will get easier. But somehow, they never do. The prices go up, rent climbs. Groceries cost more than last month. Your paycheck looks the same, maybe even smaller after taxes. And still, we're told the economy is growing. GDP is up, stocks are booming. Politicians smile and say, everything's fine. But it doesn't feel fine, does it? Because deep down, you can sense something's off. You're running faster and getting nowhere. That's not an accident. It's how the system was designed. We're told money represents hard work and value. But in reality, it's a tool. And the people who control it don't live by the same rules we do. While you're budgeting your grocery list, they're creating billions with a single keystroke. You earn money by trading time. They create it by creating debt. And when the system starts to crack, inflation, layoffs, recession, they don't lose. They gain more control because every crisis shifts more power upward and leaves you a little more dependent. So who are they? Who built this invisible structure that dictates every price, every loan, every paycheck you'll ever earn? That's what we uncover next. And once you see it, you'll never look at your bank the same way again. You probably remember your parents saying, money doesn't grow on trees. But they were wrong. It doesn't grow on trees. It grows on debt. Every dollar in your bank account, every pound, euro, or yen exists because someone somewhere went into debt. The system we live under today was built over a century ago, when a small group of bankers and politicians quietly rewrote the rules of money. They realized something powerful. If money could be created through debt, they could expand the economy forever without actually creating anything real. You see it every day, but don't notice it. When you take out a loan, the bank doesn't hand you someone else's savings. They create that money out of thin air by typing it into existence. And when you repay it, plus interest, you're paying back money that never existed before, along with real labor, time, and effort. It's the perfect trade. They risk nothing. You risk everything. But here's the part they never teach in school. This isn't a glitch. It's the foundation of modern money. Central banks print money. Commercial banks multiply it through lending. Governments borrow it and promise your future taxes to pay it back. And you? You spend your entire life working in a system built on debt, wondering why you can't get ahead, while those who control it never seem to fall behind. Because once money became debt, freedom became an illusion. But this system didn't stop there. It evolved, becoming more complex, more digital, and more dangerous. And in the next chapter, you'll see how that evolution made control invisible and almost impossible to escape. You probably think you make your own financial choices. What to buy, when to save, where to invest. But what if every one of those choices was quietly guided? Not by you, but by a system built to shape your behavior. Think about it. Why do prices rise right when you start getting ahead? Why does every economic recovery feel like it skips you completely? And why does your paycheck always seem smaller when everything else gets more expensive? It's not bad luck. It's the invisible hand, the part of the system you were never meant to see. Behind every free market, every interest rate, every surge or crash, sit institutions that move billions with a single decision. Central banks adjust interest rates, and instantly, the cost of your home loan, your credit card, even your groceries change. Hedge funds and investment firms trigger algorithmic trades that make entire markets rise or fall in minutes. while you're still refreshing your app. And every time they pull the strings, the news calls it market reaction. But you don't feel a market reaction. You feel stress. You feel your savings lose value overnight. You feel your rent go up, your food bill climb, your future shrink just a little more. That's how control works now. Invisible, automated, and justified. You can't point at it. You can't vote it out. You just live inside it. But the question isn't just who controls the money anymore, it's what's coming next. Because the next evolution of control isn't just financial, it's digital. And when money itself becomes programmable, freedom might not be part of the code. You probably noticed it, the world quietly going cashless. Cards replaced coins, phones replaced wallets. And now, everything you buy, everywhere you go, everything you spend, leaves a digital trail. At first it felt convenient. Tap to pay, instant transfers. No more waiting in lines or carrying bills. But convenience always comes with a cost. Because when money goes digital, control follows. Every swipe, every transaction, every cent is recorded, tracked, analyzed. Your spending habits, your location, your choices, all turned into data points. And that data isn't just for marketing. It's the foundation for something bigger. A system where access to money could depend on obedience. Imagine this. You post the wrong opinion online. You support a cause they don't like. One button and your card stops working. Your digital wallet freezes. Your access to your own money, gone. Sound impossible? Look around. It's already happening in parts of the world. Digital currencies are being tested, not by private innovators, but by central banks. They call them CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. The next evolution of money. Programmable, trackable, controllable. Every transaction visible, every decision reversible, every person traceable. And once that becomes the only form of money, freedom won't be taken by force. It'll be surrendered, one tap at a time. But there's still a way out, a way to protect yourself before this digital cage fully closes. And that's what you'll see in the next chapter. How to stay free in a system built to control you. Now that you've seen how the system works, and how invisible hands, digital chains, and debt shape every part of your life, the question is simple. What can you do? First, realize this. Knowledge is freedom. Simply understanding how money is created, how debt traps work, and how your actions are tracked gives you an advantage most people will never have. Second, protect your wealth in ways they can't touch. Real assets, things that hold value over time, independent of the system, matter more than ever. Gold, property, skills that generate real income, and investments that aren't fully dependent on centralized control. Third, reduce dependence. Question every must-pay habit. Avoid debt that works against you. Build multiple streams of income. Every small action chips away at the control they have over your life. And finally, invest in awareness. The more you understand, the less they can manipulate. Talk about it. Teach others. Share this knowledge, because control only works in silence. Freedom isn't just about having money. It's about being aware, being prepared, and making decisions on your terms. The system will always try to pull you back in. Inflation.taxes. Market swings.digital tracking. But once you see the mechanics behind it, you can navigate it instead of being trapped by it. The power isn't in the system, it's in your understanding of it. And now, if this opened your eyes, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and share this video. Because the truth only matters if it spreads, and the more people who see it, the stronger we all become.